first tonight, the Portland Museum of Art has picked the winning design for a major expansion. It's going to construct a new wing next to its flagship building, right where the Children's Museum of Maine used to be.
From a field of 4 finalists, the museum chose a design from Lever Architecture, a firm based in Los Angeles and Portland, Oregon. The expansion is the biggest project the museum has taken on in more than 4 decades. And as the museum's director told us, there is much more work yet to be done.
What you're presenting to the public right now is not the final work. There is room, there is opportunity to make changes.
Absolutely. I mean, you got to imagine anytime you've got 4 renowned architects and they're all in a competition, they want to win. And they want to show their best foot forward. So what sometimes they'll do is overemphasize the project. It might be a little bit grander than what we actually will do, but they want to win, and they do know they want to show vision. So the 4 concepts, what we loved about it was we had 4 of, let's say, some of the top architects in the world helping Portland, helping Maine think about what a museum could be.
The new building has to work. It has to be functional. It has to do the things that you need it to do. But the aesthetics are also hugely important. Why do you think the look of this design was one that had so much appeal?
We're very fortunate that Lever Architecture brings a great vision, a beautiful building that talks about the notion of the dawn and the light hitting the roof and thinking about indigenous cultural philosophies around the dawn and light, but also they're practical and they're team players. And so I think because they're practical and visionary, that's kind of where I think the PMA is, and I think Maine is right now. We're really practical, but we're also really visionary.
In practical terms, what will the new building allow the museum to do that it cannot do now?
The idea was making creativity visible. So when you walked into the organization and walk into the museum, this building, you're going to see people making things right away. So instead of walking in and immediately going to what might be a more traditional fine art exhibition, we want this place to be bubbling with creativity. What takes place before the art goes on the wall? That's one of the things we want to see. We'd also like to have some classrooms in the building, and those classrooms are going to be for us to partner with our local nonprofits to do some of their programs in the museum. And we're also really excited about a rooftop sculpture park, event space, and cafe, which is just beautiful. And I think Lever created a beautiful design for our rooftop.
From the beginning of this process, you made it clear that you wanted this to be kind of a moment to reset and to really welcome the community. Welcome people who maybe in years past didn't feel comfortable in a museum, felt that this wasn't the kind of place where they belonged or where they would even want to go. So it's more than just the addition of a building, it's more than just an expansion, it's really a change to some extent of your mission.
In many ways, we're learning from what libraries have done in the past few years. A few years ago, people thought libraries were over. Digital world, books. You know what? The great libraries, including the Portland Public Library, have more people coming in, more people spending more time in those organizations because they are more people-oriented. Their business is people. Our business is people in art. Their business is people in books and information and knowledge. So it is for us. We need to think about a building that serves a different set of needs for a more, I would say, 21st century audience.
Let's just talk very briefly about the timetable. When, if things go according to plan, do you hope to break ground? When do you hope to have this open and ready to go?
It's a great question, and one I dreaded you would ask me that question, because I've talked to other museum directors and they say, try never
It's not that difficult a question. It's a nice slow pitch right over the middle of the plate.
It's right over the plate. Because buildings like this take time and effort and process, museum directors have suggested that I hesitate to say exactly a date because you'll be held accountable to that exact date. Let's say if you forced me that we'd be digging in January of 2026, but let's hope it's earlier.
We'll see how that goes. The plan, of course, is that the building will be made of, as you could see, probably glass, terracotta, that might not have been so obvious, and timber. Yeah. And it's very rare, even in a state that has as much wood as Maine, to use timber as a major element in a building of this size and scope.
It's gorgeous, gorgeous. And one reason for using timber, it's strong, durable, and sustainable. Coming up